Hey there, you're listening to the Serious Shift blogcast. Half podcast, half blog, half video, and 100% serious shift. 3 times a week, Dennis comes to you with insights and attitudes to help you shift. Each Serious Shift blogcast is all about helping you and your business become the best versions of yourself. Are you ready to become the best? Now your host, Dennis Moseley-Williams.
Hi, it's Dennis, and welcome back once again to the Serious Shift blogcast. It is a pleasure to be seen by you. I hope you're well. This is a very simple blog with 3 little ideas for you to just consider today and embrace them. It'll make a big difference in your business. These are 3 little shifts that will lead to a tremendous breakthrough for you. The first is this: do work, create work that's worth sharing and talking about. Okay? If you're just doing regular work the regular way, if you're in the status quo, if you're fitting in, if you're competing on price, if you're doing what's expected, you got a problem, okay? Because if all you're doing is if you just look like everybody else does, if you're not differentiated in any way, then, you got to climb up on the rooftops and scream to everybody and tell them how fantastic you are to get their attention, which you can do. Or you could take that same amount of time and just try and solve the same problem or do the same work with a little bit more humanity, a little bit more generosity, think a little differently about it. The example that comes to my mind is laptop computers. There was a time when somebody somewhere in the business determined that $500 was the amount of money that a person would pay for a laptop, $500. So every company that makes PCs, that was the challenge. We got a $500 purchase price on this thing, okay? How much value can we cram into that thing for $500? And if they had to make sacrifices along the way, making it bigger, heavier, etc., so be it. It was about jamming value in there. But there was one little company you've heard of, led by one man you've heard of, Apple and Steve Jobs, and he had a different idea about doing something, making something amazing. Instead of saying, this thing's got to sell for $500, he said, go make something, a laptop, that is so amazing when someone walks into the room and sees it, they have to put their hands on it. They got to touch it. Okay, think about the difference of approach in the project. One person, this thing's got to sell for $500. Do what you have to get as much value in it as you can. The other guy, forget about the price. Make this thing so amazing it becomes an experience that they have to touch. Not turn on, not use, not experience our technology, just hold it in their hand. And his belief was if they just want to touch it and they feel how light it is and smooth it is and they start to use it, they'll buy it. And they will buy it for whatever the price is, for whatever we say. And I'm right now looking into the camera of a MacBook. I assure you I've been here. Okay, here's the second. First shift, do amazing stuff. Quit telling yourself you're doing amazing stuff. You're amazing. That's what you're confusing. Well, I do a regular boring job, but I'm amazing. No, you're amazing. Your boring job is the boring job. Okay, you got to not confuse you with being amazing with the work being amazing. Here's number 2. Reach smaller numbers, worry about smaller numbers. Okay, you just need to find one person who has a problem that you can solve uniquely and differently in a way that nobody else has. That's it. Then that person will climb up on the rooftop and scream your name to everybody else who has that problem. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking to be the person that every financial advisor at this firm uses. I don't care. I don't think that way at all. I'm looking for one advisor here, one advisor there, and one advisor over there who's losing their life to their business, who's not having fun, who's not getting this figured out, who's on paper winning, but in their heart they're losing. And they've tried. They're trying, and they've tried. They've hired, they've spent, they've done it all. And they're this close to throwing in the towel. I'm your guy. That's the person I'm looking for, because I know that's my client. And when I change that client, fix that client generously and wonderfully, that person's going to bring me my next client, as they always do. In fact, last night I check into this hotel room so tired, I was exhausted, flying, etc. Climb into bed. The last thing I do is I check my emails, and I see this lovely email from John F., you know who you are, who said, hey, it was unbeknownst to me, He was at a conference. He pulled aside the guy at his firm that hires guys like me. In a Canadian expression, he buttonholed him. He buttonholed him for 30 minutes, he says. And he told him all about me and why he had to get me in and speak at these conferences, etc., etc. He said, if you bring him in, I'll do a video testimonial. So that you can show it to all the other advisors, like this guy can change your world. See, that's just one guy that I reach with the blog, and he probably knows 99 guys that don't want to pay attention to me. Perfect. As long as John keeps paying attention to me, John is perfectly willing to get on a jet, fly across the country, and talk to an important person at a conference and say, you can't dismiss me or this guy. You got to listen to him. You got to talk to him. Number 1, do amazing work. Number 2, smaller numbers, not bigger numbers. We're all addicted to big. It's a compensation issue. And then number 3, and this is very personal for me today, get comfortable failing. This video that we're making here, that we're watching, that we're experiencing together, when it's done, by the time you're watching it, there's a 50% chance I'm going to hate it. This is not my comfortable medium, despite what you might think. I much prefer writing the blogs, taking my time. I like how quiet they are. Okay? This is tough. I just had to talk to my helper, Scott, who we've hired to help me with this stuff. He had to talk me off the ledge. He had to remind me, Dennis, you're learning how to do this. Be cool, okay? Don't quit now. Don't stop doing them now. Just keep on pushing. The harder it gets, push. And I thought, my gosh, isn't that what I tell you guys every day? Isn't that what I tell you? Push, push. Don't fail. Just push on. Rage on. Right when you're at that point where it's not working, push harder. What's number 1? Do work that's worth talking about. What's number 2? For fewer people, not more people. Don't be your own sales force. Let them be your sales force by generously giving to them. And what's number 3? Be patient and be willing to fumble around a little bit, Dennis, while you learn how to do these bloody blogs, okay? It's going to get easier and better, and you're making a difference. And that's not just to me, that's to all of us, okay? Let's all commit to doing greater work. Let's worry about fewer people, not more people. And let's all get comfortable trying some new things to make a difference that might not be as perfect as we want them to be. The life in our business, the world in our business would be a better place. So as always, my friends, thank you so much for your time and attention. I do appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you again. If not here, somewhere out there. Take care.
If you're looking to transform the way you and your business does, well, business, head over to SeriousShift.com and download our latest strategy guide, The 3 Megatrends. It will forever change how you view your place in the future. Thanks for listening, and make sure to give Dennis a review anywhere you listen to your podcasts. See you next time.